Hello, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is October 18th, 2021, and Bitcoin is looking rejected. It's looking sluggish. It's looking like it's out of steam. All right, let's get into it. We're on the 15-minute chart only because things are happening now, and we need low time frames to figure out what's going on. Don't let people confuse you. High time frame, very useful. Low time frame, very useful. It depends on the context. It depends on what you're using them for. You obviously can't scalp on high time frames. You obviously can't chart sort of long-term projection on low time frames. You want to have a decent idea as to what both are doing, okay? So let's zoom out a little bit and get some context. Okay, so zoom out even more. No, 45-minute time frames. Okay. This is a daily show. 45-minute time frame is all right. Actually, let's go, because our channel is not showing. There we go. Let's go on a 4-hour time frame. All right, here's the zoom out. As I said yesterday, if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll know that we drew in this channel showing our impulse, our 5-wave Elliot wave impulse to the upside, okay? And so here we're counting 5 waves. Not exactly sure that this count is correct, right? So we're not going to sort of bet the farm on that, but what we're sure is that this count, this wave action is holding the 21 EMA. And as long as we're holding the 21 EMA, which is a Fibonacci number, which is an important exponential moving average, we know that we can technically say we're forming higher highs and higher lows. The count is bullish. The wave, or the momentum is bullish. Price action is bullish, right? We're in a bullish trend. Now, we have this channel. We had one test to this channel during what seems to be an expanded or extended third wave, okay? This is the third wave of the extended third wave. This seems to have been the only time we hit the top of the channel. This was the highest momentum, right? Makes sense. Third wave is in the middle, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third wave is literally in the middle, and the middle of the third wave is literally in the middle. So that seems to have been the high point. And from there, we have moved down. And actually, this is the lowest point, or the lowest point we hit the channel was here, where when we thought we were going to reverse, well, I thought we were going to reverse, and I actually entered a short and got stopped out right here. Well, I didn't enter a short here, but I entered a short up here around 60K. I thought this was the end because it looked like, this was the kind of the last hurrah. But then we had strong fundamental news to push us all the way up to 63, okay? So that's the story. We got this strong fundamental news, the Bitcoin ETF pushed us all the way up here, but that was on fumes, basically on news and hype, okay? Let's go down to a smaller time frame and see what that looks like. And why do I have the 5 there? I had the 5 higher, okay? But I have the 5 lower now, meaning the end of the Elliott wave impulse is lower because I believe that was the top. Why? I'm going to tell you in one moment. So you count 1, 2, I was counting 3, 4, and waiting for a 5th wave, okay? I am no longer waiting for that 5th wave. I'm no longer waiting for the 5th wave up here. Why is that? Okay? So this, for me, was no longer a valid 4th wave. It is technically valid in that there are no hard and fast rules saying that the 4th wave has to stop between the 236 and the 382 of the 3rd wave. The 4th wave can technically go all the way down to the top of the 1 wave. As long as the 4th wave does not enter the region of trading of the 2 wave, you're technically valid. It's a valid 4th wave, but most 4th waves end at the most at 382 of the third wave, okay? And I'm going to show you that in a second on the fibs. So we were doing this. We had, we're days of consolidation. And for me, I could have already thought something was wrong when, if you pull the fibs, let's pull the fibs of the third, right? Because if you want to measure the fourth wave, you pull the fibs of the third. So from the start of the third to the end of the third, you pull the fibs. For me, getting this A right here and then B, maybe I was okay. We dipped down. That was a little disconcerting. Dipped down below the 382, but we were wicking, okay? And so kind of hugging the 382, it was valid for me up until this point here, this big wick here, down to 59.3, which to me invalidated a fourth wave, because it is no longer, even if it was a complex wave, it no longer makes sense that you would go all the way to the 618 in a fourth wave correction. That looks to me more like a rejection and a proper correction than a fourth wave correction. It looks like a proper sort of full impulse correction. Okay. Then last night we got this strong B wave. Okay. And why do I call it a B wave? Because B waves tend to be quick and impulsive, right? They're kind of like a quick reaction, kind of like if you lose a trade and then you go into a revenge trade, like, no, F that. I'm not losing this trade. Like, that stupid market's not going to take my money, and you open a trade immediately after. That is the B wave. It took a loss. It got hit. It went all the way to the 618 of the wave 3, and it's like, oop, I'm going to come back again. And so this is why I believe we got this, okay? And I don't think it's over. I think what we're seeing here is a flat. To me, at first, I was counting this as a zigzag because it seemed to me that this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, complex 5. So I was expecting a B wave up to the 0.5 to the 618, because a zigzag B wave goes only to the 0.5 of the 618 or the 618 of the A wave. So that's what I was expecting. But I got surprised when we kept going, right? And we went to the 886 of the A wave, and now we came back. And remember, B waves happen in A, B, C's. So I fully expect for us to come to at least, let me turn the magnet back on. I fully expect for us to come to at least 64169 on this chart. This is the Bitstamp chart. Okay, if you're going to trade on Phemex, if you're going to trade on Bybit or whatever, make sure that you're using the corresponding chart, not necessarily on TradingView, in TradingView, but on the actual exchange itself, because you want to be precise. Okay, that's just a word to the wise. I learned that the hard way. There are discrepancies, even though this is a Phemex perpetual futures contract chart on TradingView. The actual chart with Phemex, I think right now, as of now, there's a $20 discrepancy. So just, FYI, if you're making your entries and your exits, it messes you up. Anyway, this is the A wave. This is the B wave. This is the B wave of the B wave. Now we're going to get the C wave, which comes in 5 of the B wave. And I fully expect us to go to 64,169, which is the minimum. I think this is going to be a running flat. Why? Because we've hit the resistance on the A wave, basically at the top of the A wave with the B wave. I hope this is not confusing. And now it's basically going to be sorry, did I say running? Expanded or irregular flat, which is the most common flat. Not running flat. Running flats are exceedingly rare, okay? That's with a truncated C wave. So we're going to go to the 1, 2, 3, 6. So I'm actually going to I was in a long, right? Because I thought this was a fourth wave. So I'm going to get out of the trade here with slight profit. I'm going to be very conservative. We may go all the way up to the 1618, but I'm going to get my profit here, and I'm going to wait. And if we go to the 1618, I'm going to open up a short. Okay, so that's what I'm waiting for. This is what I expect in the immediate short term for the price of Bitcoin. All that said, yes, I do believe that it seems as if this was our top and that we will not, as a result of this sort of price action and the volume, right? Let's just look at the volume for 1 second. You can see the volume is very low. If you've been following price action, you see there's not much going on here in terms of volume. It's just quite stagnant, okay? And that's also indicative of a trend reversal. There's just nothing really, there's no activity. People are a bit spooked at how we've stayed in consolidation for many days, and it didn't result in any explosive upside action. If anything, we dumped down after all that consolidation, had a relief rally, and we're still in the relief rally, which is the B wave. Okay, the B wave is a relief rally. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. And if we do extrapolate this, we get our B wave, and what happens after our B wave? We get our C wave. What's going to be the distance or the sort of price projection of the C wave? The C wave, remember, in a flat is going to be, let me take this fib off. The C wave is going to be inverse 200 to 223.6. So technically it's 100 or 123.6, right? So you can say the C wave is meant to end, or actually, what am I talking about? If this is going to be an expanded or irregular flat, okay, in which case we would get, let's say, a target of, let's just say conservatively, 1, 2, 3, 6, so 64 to 11 on this chart. Our C wave would be the inverse 1618 of that B wave right here. So something like this. So we would expect the C wave to come to 55,685, basically retracing that entire fifth wave, which is what typically happens, right? So that is going to be your initial A wave. Okay, so that would be the initial A wave, right? And the ensuing B wave, if we kept trend, would be, let me turn this off. The ensuing B wave would be 1236 or 1618, so around here, something like that, right? That would be your new all-time high, right? And then the final C wave, let's get out of this, go into 4-hour time frame. The final C wave would be inverse that. So if in this kind of in this projection, in this kind of scenario, it would be around 46.5, 46.6. All right. So that's basically what I'm seeing. It's similar to what I saw yesterday, what I said yesterday, except for the fact that I do believe we've already started the correction. There is no ensuing fifth wave, in my opinion. I could be wrong. This is as challenging small time frame price action that I've seen, right? Because it includes not just regular price action, but also fundamental pump, which kind of throws things off a bit. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. Whatever you do, please stay safe. It's very challenging to trade right now if you're in a trade. So just be safe, protect your capital. I hope this was helpful. I hope this is useful. This is why I'm not really talking about alts right now, because you see how volatile this is, right? Look at this volatility. So if we do effectuate an A wave, that's 17% down. And then a B wave would be from there, 24%, 25% up, thereabouts, right? And then that C wave would give you 33% down. Like, imagine what that does to the alts, right? Like, you don't, I mean, you can trade alts, but like, you kind of have to have your finger on the pulse as to what Bitcoin's doing. And let's zoom out even further just to see what that would potentially do and what that would look like for our price action. And it essentially looks like a retest of our breakout, right? You had a breakout come up, right? And we retest the breakout. And that's pretty much it. And from there, we can get our explosive sort of price action to the upside for our 6-figure Bitcoin. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my path. Can I get the path? Okay, let's just get the arrow. I give up on the path, right? That's where we can get, boom, this. But I don't believe that we get this price action without this retest, or else, I mean, we already have run out of steam. This A is not going to be enough, right? You've got to kind of have a proper sort of retest of this region, I believe, right here, at the very least, right? It just seems to me to make sense. There's quite a bit of imbalance. We've gone up 13% week on week on average, I believe, for the past few weeks, and there's very little sort of selling pressure. So you want to have some balance in the market, give people a chance to enter, and then boom, take off. So that's Bitcoin. That's the market. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.